Well, the Labour Party now faces its own leadership contest after the former Shadow Business Secretary, Angela Eagle, announced she will launch a formal challenge to Jeremy Corbyn. It comes after talks between Labour's Deputy Leader, Tom Watson, and union leaders broke down over their continued support for Mr Corbyn. Our political correspondent Ian Watson reports.
The band at the Durham Miners' Gala was far more harmonious than the relations between the Labour leader and his own MPs. Most want him to go, but their apparently unstoppable force has met an immovable object. Defiantly, Jeremy Corbyn told an audience of trade unionists he'd not be pressured into resigning.
There is no pressure on me, none whatsoever. Real pressure is when you don't have enough money to feed your kids, when you don't have a roof over your head.
That went down well here, but he will now face a leadership challenge at Westminster. The former Shadow Business Secretary Angela Eagle confirmed she'll now trigger a contest. All week she'd been pushing Jeremy Corbyn to go voluntarily.
Jeremy needs to stand down. I have the support to run and resolve this impasse. Jeremy Corbyn needs to resign.
She'd been waiting to see if the Labour Deputy Leader, Tom Watson, could persuade his friends in the trade union movement to push Jeremy Corbyn aside. Today he concluded there was no point in further talks because his leader wasn't listening.
Morning.
But soon after, the General Secretary of Britain's biggest union accused Labour's Deputy Leader of an act of sabotage and a deeply disingenuous manoeuvre. Just under 2 weeks ago, 8 out of 10 of Jeremy Corbyn's Labour MPs voted for a motion of no confidence in him. So you might wonder why he hasn't been challenged already. Well, the real fear here at Westminster is he might win any subsequent contest. That's because it's the party members who make that decision and not the MPs. Another potential leadership challenger, Owen Smith, has talked openly of the danger of his party splitting, but others say a contest can't be avoided.
I nominated Jeremy, and many people in my constituency were involved in not just voting for Jeremy, but supporting him, being active in his campaign. And since last September, all they've seen is stagnation at the top. If you go on the Labour Party website, there's no policies. There's literally nothing that says what Jeremy is trying to achieve for our country, for our parties.
Tonight, Angela Eagle was preparing for the formal launch of her leadership bid on Monday. The ensuing contest could decide not just her future, but that of the entire Labour Party.
Well, as you can see, Ian joins us now. What happens next?
It's interesting, isn't it? I suppose reporters on rival networks, Kate, might sometimes exaggerate a little bit, but to be perfectly honest, I think this is the biggest crisis that Labour has faced since the 1980s when the SDP split away from the party. Not only did we have Owen Smith there, a former Shadow Cabinet Minister, talking about the dangers of a split, but also Lynn McCluskey, leader of Unite, Labour's biggest funder, saying the party is now in great peril. What happens next is that a leadership challenge will be triggered. If Jeremy Corbyn wins any contest, some more moderate members of the Labour Party might well decide to leave. In the interim, Labour's ruling National Executive has to decide on the rules of that contest, and it's not even clear if Jeremy Corbyn would be automatically on the ballot for that contest, or like his opponent would have to go out and seek nominations from other MPs. Now, it sounds like a boring technical point, but it's absolutely crucial. Given the strength of feeling against him at Westminster, they might decide they don't want him on the ballot. If that's the case, the party membership might be in open revolt, and you'd see a very nasty civil war in the Labour Party breaking out all across the summer and all across the time when the Conservative Party are fighting their own leadership contest.
Oh, indeed, Ian, thank you.